Hi Year 9. Today I'm just going to quickly go through looking at the Gallipoli campaign, but this specific video you're looking at the reasons why Australia was even there in the first place. And unfortunately during this time, and some would argue politically still today, we don't make a lot of decisions as a nation in an autonomous way. Rather, we're influenced by our allies. And you should know this from previous lessons that one of our biggest motivators for joining the war was our connection to Britain, who Australia viewed as their mother country. And essentially, when Britain did something, they called upon their colonies to do the same. And so, for the Gallipoli campaign, Australia was right behind Britain and supporting them in this campaign without even asking questions. Now, the big issue was that over here in France and Belgium, the Western Front was in full force, but no major progress was being made. And so the British and the Allies came up with a plan that they were going to try to get to this ocean here, which is known as the Black Sea. So they could then send ships in there to provide supplies, troops, and weapons to Russia. Sorry, my apologies. Russia over here, so that they could be supplied with better weapons, more troops, better resources and food to attack Germany from the east. The biggest issue was, though, that the only way to get to the Black Sea was through this channel at Istanbul, which is the capital of Turkey, which we all know was an ally, an ally of Germany and the Central Powers. Now, that was an issue in itself because Turkey started to defend Istanbul and surrounding regions. But to get to Istanbul, the Allies had to get through what's known as the Dardanelles Straits, which is this little inlet of water that is in front of you now. Excuse me. The issue was that the Turkish had lined this entire inlet with mines and gun placements, so that when ships try to go in here the first time, they were shot down very quickly. So the new plan was that the French and British would attack this area here, and the Allies of Australia would attack here, go overland, take out the gun placements on this side and this side, so that the British ships could sail through unimpeded. In theory, it sounds great, but unfortunately, I'm not going to give too much of a spoiler because you'll learn about this. It didn't go according to plan. So, that is the big reason why Australia fought at Gallipoli. It wasn't because Australia was under threat or Turkey had attacked Australia. The simple reason was that Australia was supporting Britain to open up the Dardanelles Straits here to get access to Istanbul, to go through the channel there, into the Black Sea, to provide resources, supplies, and support to Russia in the hope they could place pressure on Germany from the eastern side. I hope that's been helpful and will be also very helpful in getting you to answer that one for that first question of the success criteria, which is looking at being able to explain why Australia fought at Gallipoli. Thanks.